Hello everyone, hear me and Trenji gonna do this presentation about software localization. In these slides, we mainly will talk about as this follows. And the first is internationalization. And we're gonna introduce what it is and how them work in software area. And we will give some example to help you guys understand it. And the localization is we're going to introduce as the same as internationalization. And then is what is the most commonly tool for localization? What this tool can do for localization? In the end, there have many different localization program in this world. Let's we see some good example and bad. Okay, I-18N is represents internationalization because the letter I and N between these have 18 characters. So about localization, we also can write as L10N. Internationalization is a strategy that involves adopting products and services to various cultures as much as possible in order to easily enter markets. It's different in different intermarkets in different cultures or regions. Internationalization often requires the assistance of subject matter experts. And here is an example for us as actually this is a mixing console. Is a gift I buy to my friend, and when I get this is from Yamaha, and when I get this just from this box, we can see this mixing console and have many different in here. That is internationalization, you know, and like this is Japanese and this Chinese is traditional Chinese also, and when I open that, I find this many, you know, a lot of different language introduction. Is Chinese and Japanese and maybe German or French. I don't know the other language it is in this many. And in this process, how it works in this internationalization in software, how it works. In this process, the software is designed to be internationalization. The software of this type is much easier to do localization than the regular software. For example, during the design the space for test content after translation is still enough for other language, and the programming language need to choose the suit one. Like if you building the application and need to choose a development language, like please take a look at the internationalization features of each considered language, because some of programming languages have better support than others. Like this picture, Java used the two-letter lowercase language code, then is then is underscore, then is two letters is uppercase country code. And we can see ENUS represent American English, and which output is hello there. And will the FR underscore uppercase CA is means Canada French, Canadian French. And okay, let's begin to see the localization. Localization is the process of adapting to product to a specific target market, usually after internationalization done. Here's an example for the assets. KFCs in different regions have different special menu. Like in China, we can see in this picture, Chinese KFC breakfast special menu, and we can see this kind of soup and is soy milk and other traditional Chinese breakfast. Mm, KFC in China have been many years and have been more than 5,300 restaurants in more than 1,000 cities in China. And the good localization is the reason KFC can be so successful in China. Okay. Then is how is localization in software area? It is no doubt that software localization is very important for make local users comfortable, and it can be highly close to the needs of the specific market. And some example we need to concern is the name rules. Like the family name comes first or the given name comes first. Like in Chinese, is family name comes first, and English is given name comes first. And the telephone number format is also different. Like this is my Chinese number, and if you travel to China, you can call me now, and I will introduce some interesting things in China's different area. And the next one is date and time format. In the application, it's always show this, but in different countries, the format is different. Like in China's years get year first, and then it's month, and then it's day. And in UK or Ireland is should be day and month and year like this. Then it's about the currency. When the application need to show the different countries' currency, the right currency obviously is necessary, like this picture, dollars, pounds, and euros, and this is RMB. And the next one is the unit of measurement. Need to change for suit for local, like maybe the Google Map or some navigation application is like in China we use the I think it's as German we use the like kilometer per hour like this, and maybe in UK is they use mile for the unit of measurement. Then the last one is don't be forget the punctuation. In different language, the punctuation is totally different. Like sometimes I type in English, but I didn't, but I forgot to change to English, and when I type in the punctuation, it's need more space to show as this files. So the difference between the two process in software is shown as this follow. The software internationalization is before localization, and happens during the software design. Many points need to consider it in that, like the space of language and after design of in local internationalization is it's gonna easier for localization, and the localization is after international process, and we need to care about the local culture, language, and the law, and the so on, like we just introduced in the last page. Localization tool is important application in process of adopting a document and a product of or service to suit another country or region. That's and when we use that, it's That's the reason, and it's encompass translation, but more than it, the right localization tool can help developers complete the projects better. For example, the localization platform will deliver everything from CAT tools and translation management. After that, localization tools contain the platform tools and the independent tools. Yeah, and here we're gonna introduce localization tools is Localize. Localize is a cloud service. It has no addition technique requirements, and it is cloud services service, and not all desk programs work on macOS. Like when we start this module, and we need to use MemQ, and I can't use MemQ on the Mac, and I have to use other computer, or I need to Windows on this Mac to use that MemQ. But in case of localize, there's that definitely not a problem, and we even can work on the a smartphone because it's called cloud service, and the price of this localize is from $90 to $435. The next one is the desktop of version of MemQ. The MemQ, of course, MemQ have the cloud version one, but in that version just have a part of functions of that version. So if we use the cloud services, maybe the localize can better have the more function. And the desk version of MemQ is really powerful tools for translators. The reason the reason is the format. This program allows you to import files. Basic is all the files from the point XL, SX, and TXT and HTML, and even if you need to do the translation in Unicode homemade format, it's also can make it perfectly. But the desktop version of this MemQ, the cost is kind of expensive, like at least $200 per month. Sometimes, of course, the platform tools like Localize and MemQ is enough. We can do most of works for Localize, but we do need some independence tools to make our job perfect. Like this Latshot is for screenshot tools, and this Dropbox is file management and the sharing tools, and the localized testing tools is for testing, and this test rail is a good one, and this QA tools, Worfica is good for the quality check. Okay, and the next part is Trinity gonna introduce for us about the different levels of localized.
I will introduce some examples. The first is good example is Douyin, like TikTok. Douyin was just designed about 5 years, but when it was designed, Douyin becomes the most popular app in China. Users can upload every videos or photos they like in the Douyin, and choose the music which they like, and the Douyin will uh, show you the content which you are interested in, and wherever you are, Douyin will share the local videos with you, and Douyin you can search everything in Douyin you like investment, game, or movies, music, and so on. And users also can chat with the person who posted the videos. They can check, and Douyin has the function people can live stream in Douyin. They can see all things and chat with the user. And Douyin has a large users in the worldwide. And the next one is the Siri. Is a good case. Is Apple Siri is a virtual assistant. Siri is like intelligence application. Siri can turn iPhone say in Apple's office publicity, which can turn Apple's 4S and above into an intelligent robot. Users can use Siri to read text message, introduce restaurant, ask the weather, and voice alarm clock. And people also, when people are boring, people also can chat with the Siri. And Siri supports natural languages import and call systems on apps for weather forecast, scanning, date searching, and constantly learning new voice. Let's Siri, for example, Siri can convert dollars into euros and miles into kilometers. And also, Siri can recognize a variety of languages, even like slang, based on what you type. And Siri has been a huge success in China. I think the reason is that there are variety of dialects in China, and every dialect has a large audience, and Siri can recognize it. And the next the next good case is Netflix. This is one of my favorite software, and Netflix can create context tailored for different ranges like Chinese, Japanese, or Korean. And it will recommend videos to users what they watch regularly and what local people must watch. Netflix has subtitles for movies and TV shows in all languages. People can choose one according to their favorite. So I think Netflix has a good success in the worldwide. And the last one is WeChat is a bad example. Next, the WeChat is very successful in China. The most Chinese use WeChat to socialize. As for social users, share their status photos and get to know people who nearby, and also can use WeChat to make payments and investments. And so such a powerful piece of software built in the international market. I think it has has two reasons. I think the first reason is the time to enter the international market. It will be very difficult for WeChat to enter the market at a time when Instagram and WhatsApp have achieved international success. And in the case of similar function, people prefer to use their uh, custom software, especially the social software. And the second reason, WeChat is a combination of social networking and payment software. But as far as I know, most people outside of the China like to separate the social and the payments. So I think the two reasons is that WeChat has suffered many setbacks in process of entering the international market. Uh, it's the of our
Yeah, in the end of our this presentation, and I'm sorry to I've in the localized part about in context editing, I have a video need to show you. Sorry to uh, put in the end of this presentation. Like this is in context editor. And we can see, we can do the editor just in this web page and use localized platform to okay, we can change the font and even the spot, even the spotters button. Sorry. Okay, that's all. Okay, thanks for watching.